Alright YouTube, Kyle here again. Last video for the night, I promise. As you can see, it's the Gravekeeper deck. And as you can see from the previous videos that I've uploaded, well, at least the one I did with the Gravekeeper deck against Absolute Zero, this deck trashed Absolute Zero. Nothing against Shane or Andrew. I mean, it's Andrew's build, it's Andrew's deck, but Shane was the one that played it. So, but Shane hasn't played for a while, so I kind of put that against him as well. But the deck did really well against Absolute Zero, so I'm kind of expecting it to do well as like a good anti-meta deck. So yeah. Anyways, start with the monsters. Triple Gravekeeper's Chief. Just another thing is these are not part of the deck. I just put them there for whatever. Anyways, 3 Gravekeeper's Chiefs. You tribute it by tribute or just whatever. But when it's tribute summoned, you get a Gravekeeper from your graveyard. Since the deck's all Gravekeepers, you get basically a free monster. One of the new absolute Powerforce monsters, Gravekeeper's Descendant. It's basically the Hand-of-the-Six Samurai for Gravekeepers. It's 1500 attack, 1200 defense. It's a dark, level 4. You contribute a face-up Gravekeeper's monster you control to, or accept this card to destroy one card your opponent controls. Just letting you know, in that video I did, I think I made a mistake of attributing him, which it really didn't matter because I could have attributed something else. But just saying, it's a really good card. It's searchable by Gravekeeper Spy, and and it's also with Tomato too. So, anyways, 3 Gravekeeper's Commandant, discard to add Necrovalley to your hand, which is really useful because of Royal Tribute and shit. It becomes a 2100 beater while on the field with Necrovalley. So yeah. Triple Gravekeeper's Assailants. Becomes a 2000 and it can switch to any monster that your opponent has that's face up. Like if you attack and defense, it goes into attack and vice versa. So it's good for getting over beat sticks and stuff. It's also another searchable monster from Gravekeeper Spy and shit. Here's the another new Gravekeeper card, Gravekeeper Visionary. You can only summon it with 1 tribute. If you're tributing a Gravekeeper monster, it gets 200 attack for each Gravekeeper in your graveyard. And if it would be destroyed, you can discard 1 Gravekeeper instead. So it's a 2000. It gets 500 off the Necrovalley, and it gets the 200 for each or different whatever in your grave. So, anyways, unless for the deck, Gravekeeper Spy searches out Spear Soldier, which I need to get. I actually don't have any right now, and I'm surprised that this deck did so well without it. But I do want to use Spear Soldier in here. But it searches out Spear Soldier, it searches out Descendant, it searches out Assailant. It's a must. I need another one of these, to be honest with you, so just letting you guys know. But must for this deck. Since I didn't have Spear Soldiers, I did these Mystic Tomatoes. Since they get around Necrovalley, so as they activate in the graveyard, I can search out any of my 1500s just like Spy. So it's kind of like an extra Spy, but they can't stop it with Royal Oppression or anything. Last monster is Sengen. Yes, it's colored, but it's Sengen. Basically, Gravekeeper Spy again, I guess, but it adds it to your hand, so it's a good way of searching out Spy. Anyways, spells, triple Necrovalley, again, another must for the deck. Somehow I see people only using 1 with 3 commandants or something. I don't know, it's just how I see people playing it, just trying to be unique and whatever. But anyways, 3 Necrovalley prevents your opponent from using anything that activates outside of the graveyard that affects the graveyard in any way, like Call the Haunted. Well, it also stops stuff like Mizuki and shit like that. So, I mean, it stops Necrogardenas and shit. It's kind of like a Kaiku, which is really good. But yeah, draw power for the deck. Over Darkness, draw 2, remove the dark, self-explanatory after that. So, yeah. Anyways, 2 Book of Moons. I was having a hard time deciding whether or not to use these. There was another card I was going to use instead. I can't remember right now. I think it was Magical Dimension and the other Gravekeeper Stell. Anyways, it's good for putting down threats. It's also good for flipping down Gravekeeper Spy and reflipping it. In the duel, I believe I flipped Spy down and flipped it back up, and grabbed Descendant to destroy a monster. It was really good. So 2 Magical Dimension works well with spellcasters. Tribute up one of your own monsters while you have a face-up spellcaster to special summon another spellcaster from your hand and destroy a monster on the field. It's a good way of using Visionary, but because it puts another Gravekeeper in your grave, and you can do it after you've attacked with one of your monsters already. So the last new Gravekeeper card, Gravekeeper Stealth. You select 2 Gravekeeper monsters in your graveyard and add them to your hand, and it can't be negated by Necro Valley. So 2 Royal Tributes. This card is amazing. Somehow I see people signing in well, I don't know, gold, I guess, I don't know, stuff like that, but it's really good for depleting your opponent's hand while you use Stell and stuff to put or replenish your hand full of monsters. So yeah, it's just kind of like using a Trap Duchy first turn if you can get Gravekeeper Necro Valley first turn. And the last 2 spells are MST and Heavy Storm. Speaking of, I did a binder video, so obviously I'm gonna have to point this out. I also have a dual terminal MST. It's like in my room. I completely forgot about it. But yeah, spell and trap removal right there. Traps, I don't really have many. I'm still unsure with this build, so just putting it out there. Traps, we're gonna start with that 3 Rite of Spirit. It's basically a Call of the Haunted that doesn't stay on the field. You select any Gravekeeper monster in your graveyard and special summon it. It can't be negated by Necro Valley. 2 Bottomless Trapple. Kind of a staple now, and there's a rumor it might go back to 3, so I'm kind of looking forward to that if it does happen. But it's kind of a must now, and it's really self-explanatory. So, and the last card is Torrential. I might have a Mirror Force soon, thanks to Team Impact JT. Thank you, buddy. Free shout out. Yeah, if I get it, it'll go in here. I'm thinking about maining Gravekeepers now because this deck was really good, as you'll see from the video if you haven't watched it yet. It's a really good deck. I highly recommend getting stuff for it. Make the deck expensive, that would be awesome for me. It's a great anti-mana deck, and I think I would start using it at regionals once it becomes legal. But yeah, there's the deck. If you want to know my extra deck or side deck, just ask. So yeah, rate, comment, subscribe, whatever. Peace.